Now, before we find a house, there's 3 things that you need to look for when finding properties. How many things, please? 3. Now, most people think that there's millions. Most people get distracted about all kinds of different things. Ultimately, there's 3 things. Now, the most important thing that you're looking for in a house is you're looking for the R.O.I. And you want the return on investment to be positive. Sometimes people find houses that say, Samuel, this is a great house. Samuel, they're building a train station nearby. Samuel, look how big and pretty it is. Samuel, I could rent it to my son. Samuel, this house is in Bristol and my son's moving to Bristol University and I'd like to be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Listen, forget all that. Okay? Never try and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. People say to me, Samuel, why don't you use your houses for this and help the homeless and blah, blah, blah. Listen, I'll help the homeless. I give a lot of money away. But when I'm doing business, I'm trying to make money. And then with that money, I can then help people. And by the way, making money, some people think, oh, okay, so making money, that's ruthless. But it does make money, and then you can do good things with the money. So it's like Robin Hood, like robbing from the rich and then giving to the poor. It's not like that. You want to make a lot of money, then you're going to have to help a lot of people. That's it. That's how this game works. Albert Einstein says, don't try and be successful, try and be valuable. And when you're valuable, then the success will follow. The property investing is a business. Your house is your product. Your tenant is your customer. It's about finding a good product, getting a good customer, having good supply and demand, and then being able to help people. And then with that money, when you help people, then awesome, go and help more people. But when you're in business, you need to make sure it makes money. Don't let your heart rule, make your head rule. Yesterday I was speaking to a professional football player, makes a lot of money. And he was saying to me, he was asking me for my advice because he was saying that he gets all his family asking him for money. Okay, and in his culture, that's what happens. You make a lot of money, then you've got to distribute out. And I said to him, listen, I said, how long have you been a professional football player? He said, about 6 years. I said, how long have you been making really good money? He said, about 6 years. I said, how long have you been helping, all these people and all these cousins that have suddenly appeared? He said, 6 years. I said, I said, do you have any properties? Are you financially free? No. So what would happen if you injured your knee and you couldn't play football anymore? Well, I'd be broke. Are your family and cousins and all these people, do they live a better life now than they did 6 years ago? No. Are they dependent on you? Yes. You're not helping them. You're not helping them. Or it'd be much better off if you put that money into investments, become financially free, because you can't help the poor by being poor. So what you want to do is you want to become financially free, you want to invest well, and then you can help people. And the best way to help people is to not make them reliant on you. The best way to help people is to educate them. So return on investment. When you're looking for houses, it's all about the R.O. Next. Capital appreciation expectations. What does this mean? When you're buying properties, you're looking for houses where the market has bottomed out. What do I mean by that? If you want to predict what's going to happen, just look at the past of that place. I'll give you a little secret now, okay? After a recession, will always follow an expansion. And after an expansion, will always follow a twice as loud recession. A recession in a city is not a bad thing. It's just an inevitable thing. It's not a bad thing. Now, most people, when they buy houses, because here's what happens. Here's how property prices go up. It goes expansion, recession. Expansion, recession. Little expansion, little recession. Big expansion, big recession. That's how it happens. But on average, over time, it goes up. Now, what most people do, because they're uneducated and because they go off their feelings, and feelings are not the good way to invest, what most people do is they go, ho, ho, ho! House prices are doing well here. Wow. They've doubled in the last 6 years. I'm going to buy. I'm in. Oh, my goodness. Eesh. I better sell before I lose any more money. And then they say, oh, property investing, risky. But the reason that you're here is because you want to be traded, yes or no? Yes. So if you want to be trained, here's what you need to do. You need to find where properties have bottomed out, and you need to be this guy. And then when properties, then what do you do here? You don't sell, you refinance. Why do you not sell? 2 reasons. Only sell a property when it stops giving you cash flow. If you sell, you're going to make a load of profit, yes? Because let's say you bought the house for 100 grand, and now it's 200 grand. You sell the house, 100,000 pounds. Boom, in profit. What do you have to do with that profit? That's called capital gains tax. So the capital gains, capital appreciation, you've got to pay tax. So that 100 grand that you just made maybe goes down to 60, 70 grand. Shoot. However, you make 100 grand, and instead of selling, you refinance. Now, refinancing, all that means is lending against it. So you get the 100 grand still, but you keep the house. And then with that 100 grand, you have to pay tax. How much tax do you pay? 0. No. Don't pay any tax. And what do you do with the 100 grand? You buy more houses. That's how you can keep building your portfolio paying 0 tax. That's capital appreciation. How do you know when the capital appreciation is going to happen? Look at what's going on in the area. How many would like it if I can find a property that is, number one, given an R.O.I of 20% or close enough, and in a capital appreciation expectant area. And there's a third one. This is the real icing on the cake. And this is below market value. If you can get a house that's below the true current market value, and it's going to be expected to go up in value and give you a lot of capital appreciation, meaning that you can then remortgage, pay no tax, and buy more houses and become an accidental millionaire, and you're making a return on investment, so the money that you're putting in, you're getting a 20% return on investment. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter where it is. It doesn't matter if it's close to home. It doesn't matter what the house looks like. It doesn't matter the price of the house. It doesn't matter what the garden's like. It doesn't matter if you like it. It doesn't matter if you live there yourself. It doesn't matter about the schools. It doesn't matter about anything, because if you can tick those 3 boxes, that's what I call the dream property investment.